everyone around you is like stressing about homeschool, and you're like, my kid is 3 or younger, or maybe has a developmental delay and is like they're 3 or younger, and you're like, for me, homeschool doesn't even cut it. But you don't want this time to go to waste. You're willing to do whatever it takes for your kid, but you don't have the training. You've come to the right place. My name is Julie Meyer, and I happen to know that you as a parent have powers far greater than any of us therapists or educators can ever have. Keep watching. Okay, so the third week for this family, or the third category, if you want to take things on all at once, if that's something that is doable for you right now. Or it might be that you try to, and you see that kind of falls apart, so you might want to try to take them on one at a time for a few days until that habit is sticking before you take on the next thing. So in this case, it was a married couple. What they took on was between their relationship between themselves and the other, to strengthen their own relationship, because the state and the energy of the marriage relationship does have a big effect on the energy of a home. And so taking on a little something, especially when everything is different. I mentioned in my other video that I had a bit of a regression in the kitchen with my husband late last week. And like I said, in the case of this couple, was a married couple, and they decided to go for a walk around the block, or a walk for 20 minutes every day. And I think for them that was very powerful. And without bringing in anything new to what we were working on, of course we had been working for several months together at that point, but they were able to be more centered and just continued what we had worked on with their son up until that point. And it just brought a new energy to it. So again, without bringing in anything new, I'm sure there were up until a couple weeks ago positive things that you were doing with and for your child, and just taking care of yourself, and without taking on anything new, any new kinds of engagements, any new kinds of skill building or anything, just centering yourself. So, like I said, there's, with this couple and for myself, religious. There was a non-religious aspect for that second week. We talked about, for myself and for this couple, they were married. What they were doing in that third week was working on their marriage relationship, going for a walk. Again, if going for a walk is not an option for you right now, going outside, that might look like having a cup of coffee together, or not coffee if coffee's making you nervous. I would say not watching a video together is a nice thing to do, but that would not necessarily be this, unless after each video you take some time to talk about it. We want to be working on that connection in a face-to-face kind of way. Again, if that is above the radar, if that shoots you down into a bad place, then it might be that for now just watching the video together is where you are. Also, that might be beyond what you've been able to do, juggling everything up until this point. But if you could move that towards having a short discussion about it, planning a project together. My husband and I love gardening, and we were thinking, we weren't going to have time for that this year, but now we have considered that to be a necessity. So planning the garden together has been something that we've done to connect together. Playing a board game together, playing a card game, creating something together, doing a project around the house together might be something that you do. Again, I realize not all the parents that I'm speaking to are married. It might be that you have another adult in the house, a parent or a sibling or a friend that you are parenting with together. In this case, that would be the primary relationship. And you could, all of these suggestions apply in that case. Things that you could do together, just sit and center together, have a cup of wine. If you have access to wine, that would not necessarily be a bad thing, unless, alcohol is an issue for either of you. Then that is not what I would recommend. Maybe go back to the tea. And I know many of the parents that I'm speaking to are on their own with their children, and that is a lot. That is a lot. So I would say, if you have a primary relationship outside the home, if you're close with a parent or a best friend or a close friend or a group of friends, finding time to center on that. So maybe just a quick 5-minute phone call every day. Somebody that could be a good listening partner for you, that you can take time to hear and receive what they're experiencing these days, and have the opportunity to feel heard and supported in everything that you're going through these days. And even if that's just 5 minutes each way, 10 minutes a day, 2 minutes each way, 5 minutes a day, one day you, one day them, sharing, whatever you could fit in, that's meaningful. And I know that a lot of parents, even before this, just in the overwhelm of having a young child or a delayed child, found themselves with so many responsibilities and so much. Life was so much even before this, that that other relationship was not there. So if you're able to see this, you have internet access, maybe go into a Facebook group and see if there's somebody that you particularly connect with that would be a good connection to have that kind of exchange with. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click like and share with anybody you think can benefit from it. For more videos like this, please subscribe. To request a video on a topic that we haven't covered yet, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll see that, and if I get enough interest, I'll make a new video. Also, you don't have to do this alone. You could join the discussion in our private Facebook group, and the link is in the comment box down below. Or if you're interested in working with me personally, send me a PM on Facebook and we'll make a time to talk. In the meantime, use your powers and take care.